Good morning, y'all. Well, I did not finish the vlog out yesterday. We had some unexpected things happen yesterday. We had a huge blessing in our family, and anyway, so I just thought I'd pick the camera up this morning. I'm gonna make a big brunch for everybody because we've got a busy day ahead of us. It's a Saturday before Easter, so we'll be getting ready for our live Easter service tomorrow, and also I've got a ton of laundry to do. And to fold, I should say. And my husband's gonna finish painting outside because my daughter and I started a project this week, and so now he's having to finish it because we can't reach it. He's got to get on the ladders and things like that. So anyway, I'm gonna take you along with me. I've had people ask, how do you feed your family of 10 every day? Well, it's nice on days like this when we slept in that we can do a brunch. So this will kind of kill 2 meals with one. So anyway, I'm gonna make some kielbasa sausage. I'm gonna fry that up. Aubrey, you can put that on the coffee bar if you want right now, baby. If you hear some noise in the background, the kids are watching Scooby-Doo this morning, and they are happy and being good. So I'm gonna try to get this rolling, but you may see kids in and out of here. So I'm gonna do some kielbasa sausage, and I've got some tea brewing on the stove here. I'm gonna do some eggs and grits, and I may do some toast too. I'm not gonna do biscuits this morning because my husband wants me to make some more fry bread that I made the other day. So that takes a bit. So he wants me to make some of that for this evening. So I may take you along with me to do that also. But we're trying to get some zones done this morning after breakfast. Aubrey's already getting hers done. She has laundry to get going in the washers and dryers, and she has to swap throughout the day, and then she has to unload dishwasher. So, but everybody's got to do their zones this morning, so that way we're not doing it tonight. So anyway, we're gonna get all that done and everything this morning. Okay. So what's wrong, guys? All right, time to wipe it up. It's okay. So all right, well, let's get rolling. I'm gonna see if I can move you in a little bit closer here, so I can see the stove, maybe a little bit more because that's where all the action's going to happen here. And I always keep, I have gotten super low on my grits, okay? My kids love grits, and we have grits several times a week, especially right now. So I'll probably use all of this. Let's see. I think I'm going to measure and see how much of this I've got, because I'm probably going to do all of it, more than likely. Get my measuring cups out here, and let's see, because I need at least 2 cups, and probably can make more, because my kids can eat this stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, good one, Christina. Just make a royal mess. All right, well, good thing I wiped these counters down this morning again. Okay, Reagan is on he's on zones for loading the dishwasher each night, wiping everything off, making sure everything's washed. So not quite 3 cups. All right, so let's see how much water we need. 4, 8, maybe 11 cups of water. Let's try that. All right, let's get rolling here. I got to get my cups over here so I know what I'm doing. We got 1.5. All right, let's get it rolling. How are y'all doing this morning? This morning is supposed to be in the 60s here, which I am super excited about because we can get some outside stuff done finally. Hey, Graceland, can y'all turn that down just a little bit, baby? 3. How many of y'all lose track of what you're doing as far as how many cups you've actually poured into and have to start over? Well, I didn't have to start over this morning, but I need 11 cups here. Seven, 8. All right. Almost. Let's see here. I know y'all are just sitting there staring at my stove right now. But anyway, it's a beautiful day. So I am so thankful for that because my husband is only home Saturday and Sunday, but Sunday, since he is a pastor, is his that is his big work day. So that is his most busy day of the week. And so Saturday is kind of our only day to actually get some stuff done. You know what? I'm going to try to move you guys over here. You may be staring at my backside if I do this, but let me try this. Okay, we're going to try it this way. See if we can do any better this way, all right? So let's see. I need to get my grits going. I'm going to make some sweet tea in our family. We go through sweet tea like water. Well, actually, we go through about 3 gallons of sweet tea a day when we're all home like this. Not when the kids aren't home, like, you know, when they're at school. Then we don't go through this much. But I was raised in the South, so in Louisiana and just down south, Texas and different places. So sweet tea is everything. So I don't know about y'all, but I am super excited about tomorrow being Easter Sunday, being the day that our Lord rose from the grave. Because you know what? If he would have stayed dead, there would have been no Savior. I'm so glad that he rose from the grave. And tomorrow we've got some special songs we're going to sing. I'm going to try to put them on here. I do have a clip of my kids singing from yesterday's Bible study that we've been doing. I love these Bible studies. They're ages 4 all the way up through teenagers. And it's called Not Consumed. I found it on Facebook. But I love these Bible studies for kids. And right now we're doing Fruit of the Tongue. So anyhow, but we have a song that goes with our Bible study. Hang on, I'm going to turn y'all over here just a minute. I'm trying to make this tea. But we have a scripture song, and so I recorded it just to send it to my husband, just to be an encouragement to him yesterday. And so I thought, I'm going to put that clip in here. And so if you see a clip in, you're going to know that it was the kids singing before we started school yesterday in their Bible study time. So, but it's really good because it does. I have a book for my 4 and 6-year-old. They're in the same book, or same age book. And then I have another one, another 2 in the age group of the 7 to 11. And then I have 4 in the age group of the youth. So, yeah, super exciting. But, you know, right now we're home a lot. So why not take advantage of trying to get as much teaching and training in as we can during this time? Because you know what? The world gets an awful lot of our kids. I mean, they get how many hours a day through social media, through movies and things like that. I mean, how many hours do they get? They get a lot. So take the time, take advantage of the time right now, just to be able to spend that time with your kids and teach and train them the things of the Lord. You know, and if you weren't trained, if you weren't raised, you know, to teach the Bible, order things like the Not Consumed website books. There's another one I want to do next called My Brother's Keeper, and it's on siblings getting together, or getting along, you know, a lot better, because I got 8 kids, and I got some that just get along great and some that butt heads. So that's the next one. But we figured we'd work on the tongue first. See if we can get the tongue straightened out. At least work on it. And it's something that we're working on daily. So it's not something that we've got down, but something that we're working on daily. So anywho, yeah, you're gonna have to pardon the noise in the background because I know my kids are it's Saturday, so they're super excited that they don't have school today. Anyway, take advantage of this time. I know my kids and I have done quite a bit of things together, not just because we're homeschooling. I mean, because I normally homeschool Hadley, but not because we're homeschooling, but because we have the time to be together, and we have the time to teach and train. And you know what? At dinner time, every night, that is the time that we take, and my husband will either do a devotional, or he will do, or like for instance, the last few nights, kids have just been asking questions about the Bible, asking questions about our religion, and and just showing them biblically why we believe, not because mom and daddy said so, but biblically why we believe what we believe. Do you ever take off the end of the sausage? That's mom attacks. Hi, babe. My husband's here today, and he's not used to being here very much, especially when we're recording. But he's been up studying and stuff for tomorrow for our service. There's 2 butts to every sausage. I'll forget that. All right, mom tip of the day. Anyhow, I have thoroughly enjoyed having my kids home. Now, I know a lot of people don't like, say that their kids are bored. And yeah, my kids are bored. What kids don't get bored? But my kids don't say they're bored. Almost got extra chores if you're bored. So, they don't say anything like that. All right, let's get this puppy rolling. Let's see here. We're going to put some sausage in the back pan. Grace, y'all want toast, or you just want grits and eggs and sausage? Toast? Okay. Normally, the kids help me. My girls can cook breakfasts by themselves, and actually, the girls are just as good at it. We're going to have some breakfast. I'm just recording right now, okay? You want to say hi?
What?
Want to say hi to everybody? Say
Hi.
Tell me you're watching Scooby-Doo this morning?
Yeah, the real one.
Yeah. All right, go have a seat and I'll make you a big brunch. We're going to have eggs and sausage and grits and toast. Does that sound good to you this morning?
I want only toast. I want my toast. Can
All
I
right.
have sausage and toast?
All right, well, go sit down. I'll make you some sausage and toast.
And we have Gigi too. And Finny died.
Yes, we had a dog just die recently, and it was really bad. It's okay. It's all right. Why don't you go finish your movie, Boo, and I'm going to make some eggs here this morning. And we're going to do scrambled because you know what? Ain't nobody got time for that. I got to get my bowl out here for my leftovers. This is no pretty bowl, but between chickens and garden stuff we're fixing to start, I'm trying to turn these puppies down. He's rolling. I don't normally count how many eggs necessarily that we make, but I do know that by the time I get done, I know what it looks like, how many that we'll need for our size family.
About 24.
Yeah, usually a couple of dozen. Sometimes more, according to what we're fixing. Like my husband fixes biscuits and homemade biscuits and gravy, and when he does that, sometimes you don't need as many, but just because those biscuits will fill them right up. The grits will fill them up too, you just got to make sure you make enough grits. So, and I'm pretty sure I've got enough this morning. All right, let's get some more rolling here. Let's see. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20. And our chickens are laying good right now, but we're fixing to get some more baby chickens because I need about 10 more chickens in order to for them to give us enough per day instead of having to buy all of this, all of these eggs. Because I usually get one of these, let's see. I usually get one of those flats, which I think is 5 dozen a week. And that usually does us pretty good. We can eat a lot of eggs in this family. So, let's see if I can get these puppies all mixed up here. Anyway, some mornings I like to give the girls a little time off, and I do enjoy cooking by myself sometimes too. Alrighty. You know what? I think I'm going to use the fork on that. Yeah, I'm doing good. Okay. Now, I don't know if y'all use Tony's seasoning. We use Tony's seasoning in just about everything. And our Happy Salt, which Happy Salt we get from Shipshawana. I'm about out. I'm going to have to give Miss Terry some money to get me some more. But it's a little bit of everything. It's got a little bit of, doesn't have the Creole stuff like the Tony stuff has, or the spicy in it. But I usually put a few dashes of hot sauce. And we had wings last night, so there's no hot sauce left. So hang on a second. I'm going to get some bread rolling over here. Let's see. Let's get a loaf of bread. Mine usually like to have jelly with their toast. I want to make some, my mom used to make this for us when we were little. And I haven't made it in forever, but I really want to make some chocolate gravy this week to go over biscuits. So, hang on. Oh, goodness. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead. You know what? During this pandemic, I was at Target the other day getting a few groceries and stuff, and I ended up buying plates like this. Had the names on the back. Let's get a better Sharpie. Anyway, 8 plates. They have this through the day, and they know who's is whose. And they have to rinse it, wash it, put it on the drying rack because I'm not doing the dishwasher 20,000 times a day. And so that way we're not buying paper plates. They really like them because it kind of has a little hole for like dipping sauces and things like that. I'm going to get those out. So we can set table here in a few minutes. Now I did buy some plastic forks. Because we go through that seems like an awful lot. Okay. Hang on here. Let's get these grits all smoothed out. This should be good. Okay. I need the lid for that. Let's see here. There it is. Cleaned up that kind this week. Now I can't find that one. Alright. Hang on a second. I'm going to take this to the table. Hey girls and Reagan, Cole, why don't y'all come set the table, okay? Let's turn these puppies. Usually I like doing this on a griddle. My husband has a cast iron griddle that I like doing them on, but for the sake of having to get that sucker out, I think it weighs a ton. So I do it in this morning. Well, you know what, I think I got one showering. I got one outside feeding animals. Anyway, we've got some chickens, and they're doing great with laying eggs and things like that, but sometimes it's just not, with our size family, it's just, they don't get enough. So you get between like 4 and 6 a day. But that's just not enough for our family. And a lot of times too, we do breakfast for dinner, sometimes we'll do it for lunch. And now that we're home more, I'm having to kind of be a little bit more creative. I want things that are going to stick with them, you know, and But too, I want things that are good for them. And if you're watching and you want to, you're one of those very, very healthy families, you're watching the wrong family here, because we love to eat, obviously. I'm not a small girl. But we do love to eat. And right now, especially during a pandemic, we are going to be just trying to feed our family with whatever we got. And a lot of times that's just going to be, things such as a lot of pastas and rice and things that you can fill your kids up with. I was watching the other day, Judah Amos, give it to Sissy. Oh, Grace, you guys want to come help us at the table? Sure. Real quick, just let him watch it for now, and then we'll turn it off in a few minutes, Grace. I've got plates over here. I think the fork's already out there on the table. And y'all go ahead and get ice. Woo! Ice in the glasses too if you want. You hear me, babe? All right, we're going to eat shortly. You may want to shower afterwards, babe. So, turn these puppies off. I'm probably going to finish up here. I'm going to have to get the toaster rolling. One thing about toast, though, is they can go through that pretty quick. So, a loaf is gone. Pretty much. So, the plates are over there, babe. Oh, you got them? Okay. Salt and pepper, jelly, peanut butter if y'all want peanut butter on your toast. And would you help Judah turn that down also, or just tell him to turn that down? Thank you, babe. All right. This is looking good. I'm getting hungry. Wasn't that hungry a little bit ago. Now I'm cooking all this. I love this pan. I got this pan at Kroger a couple years ago, and it takes up 2 burners, but I can do stir fry in it, jambalaya, just about anything big for our family. I have a pan I usually do eggs in, but I haven't tried 24 on it, so I thought, I better wait on that. Let's not try that first thing this morning. What, baby? Peanut butter. It is in the pantry right there in the glass jar. Alright, so we can put the rest of these on. So we can eat here. Do y'all's kids wrestle, or is it just mine? They're in the living room, wrestling like it's like we got a wrestling match going on. Or something. So, I want to talk to y'all about some stuff today. I found a couple more butts. Sausage butts. Are we gonna get drinks ready? I got sweet tea made. You want sweet tea? You want to get cups out? Yep, I'm fine. What we've been doing is getting a cup for the day. Whatever cup you get, that's what you keep all day long. Maybe get Aslan the sippy one over there. So, anyway, helps us not have to wash dishes, because they will come and get a glass out every 10 minutes. What are some things y'all are cooking during this quarantine? I've been on a cooking streak. Don't know why. The other day I made some Reese's Pieces cookies, and then I made homemade fry bread, and and then I made homemade refried beans. So we have refried beans left from the other night, so we're gonna finish those off tonight, and then I'm also going to put some black beans here. After breakfast, I'm going to put some black beans in my Instant Pot. I have a drink, girls. There's no ice. Yeah, there is. Yeah. I'll show you where it's at, baby. I was just in here. Here you go, babe. There you go. So, anyhow, but let me know what kind of different things y'all are cooking, because you know what, sometimes it's just nice to, I got a recipe the other night from, I think, the Bear family. Yes, baby. Oh my. Gracie, why don't you help him real quick? Just clean that and put a Band-Aid on it for him. You okay? How'd you get that? Did you fall off the bench? All right, go with Gracie. Let her put a Band-Aid on it for you, and she'll clean it, okay? Okay, let Gracie help you. Gracie, get her sweats and a t-shirt out of his cubby. I'll show you my laundry system later. The little kids are not allowed in there. Because if they are in there, they mess everything up. And it's so much easier for one of us, me or my girls, to go in. The girls are allowed in. And Reagan can go in just because he doesn't mess up his cubby. But I'll show you what I mean in just a bit. Because that way I can explain a little bit more. But anyhow, so if they go in there and get stuff out, their stuff is all over the floor. They'll pull out the shirt on the bottom, which I don't care if they wear the shirt on the bottom. Just don't pull it all out. It'll be time to get that all done. Folded and put away. And I started labeling the cubbies the other day, just in case something happened to me as far as if I had a surgery or anything like that. If I was, going for a visit with my sister or something like that, that everybody would know where things go. So, but I have not gotten finished with that. In fact, I only got like 3 cubbies done because I just figured out how to do it, so it took forever. Okay. Hadley? I don't know where she's at. Cole, can you go get Hadley for me? Woo! These little puppies are popping this morning. But I want to talk to y'all a little bit. I got some encouragement I want to give you over this COVID-19 here shortly. I'm going to turn that off. Let's see, let's get some hot pads for these eggs. Here, Coco, you put this on the table and come get the eggs for me. Put it on the table too. Thank you. All right, let's see. I think that's good enough. Anyway, I'll take y'all along with me tonight and do the fry bread, and when I put my black beans on, I'll show you. I usually have not used black beans. I just always thought they were kind of yucky tasting. I don't know why I thought that. I hadn't tasted them much. I tasted them in some salsas, and I really liked them, but I never had them cooked where I liked them. So I saw a recipe a while back, and it was pretty much kind of just helping stretch things farther and add to your meals for big families, and they're healthy. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna try. So we did it, and we did put on tacos, and my kids loved them. So I will show you here when we get done with breakfast or brunch. I will show you what it all looks like. Okay, just a second, and I'll get you. Just a minute. Hang on. I'll come and get you. Just a minute. All right, I got to go handle a little Come to Jesus meeting. I think we're going to have some intense fellowship this morning. So anyway, I'll get back with you guys in just a short bit. Okay, y'all, so I'm back real quick. We have just had our brunch, and I'm fixing to go out on the deck and tidy up the deck because my husband's going to fix a part of our table so I can put our tablecloths on for the summer, spring, summer, whatever you want to call it. Anyhow, I'm going to put, I'm going to show you, I've got my Instant Pot here, and I'm going to put some black beans in here. I think I'm going to do, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do about half of these. This is a bag, so I'm going to do about half that bag. Let's see here. I'm going to get y'all out of my hole. So that's about how much is in there. Not much. But I already have some refried beans left over from the other night. I'm going to put some water. Honestly, that's probably a little much water. We'll see. I just cover them. Yeah, normally I go about middle finger, but it's only to the first of my finger. Usually I go up to the middle. I do that, and then Reagan, would you get me the taco seasoning out of the spice cabinet, babe? He's over here doing dishes for us. That's his zone right now. Let's see. So, thank you, bud. And this is a new one. I just got yesterday. So I usually put a little bit of this in while it's cooking, and man, let me tell you, it just seeps all in. It just soaks all right into the beans. So we're gonna put these on, and then in a little while we'll come back and I'm gonna make some fry bread. I'll take you along with me. I've only done it once, and that's it. We're gonna put it on. Make sure our steam spout is towards the back. Push beans and let her go. That's it, y'all. All right, we'll be back to see what these beans look like when they finish up. Okay, y'all, so these beans are done. They've actually been done for about 4 minutes, but I was out on the porch with my husband. He's doing a live Facebook thing for our church tomorrow and what all the requirements are for meeting and things like that in our cars and all that stuff. So anyway, I was out helping him get that done. And so now my Instant Pot is on keep warm. And we're going to look and see what these things look like, all right? So let's see. Let's take you out of here. And we want to make sure that our steam is out. Come on. You do not want to open with that. Come on. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You're going to see how soft. Usually these are a lot softer than even the refried beans. I love doing refried beans in here, though. It smells so yummy. But these smell delicious right now, too. And my refried beans, they let all the steam out. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong with these black beans or not. But I usually have to let the rest of the steam out with them. I'm not sure why. I don't know. But I absolutely love my Instant Pot. I actually want to get another one because there's times that I'm cooking something in the Instant Pot and I need to put something else in, and it just is so handy. Just so handy. All right, come on. Get her moving here. Everybody's vacuuming. If you hear all that stuff in the background, they're all vacuuming and cleaning bathrooms, vacuuming stairs, edging in the living room and dining room, just trying to get our zones done for the day. Normally we do stuff at night, and then last night we really just vegged and we watched some movies and just hung out and played a game and just had a good time. So anyhow, and I've got one supposed to be cleaning the playroom. We'll go see if that's done here in a minute because I highly doubt that playroom is cleaned the way I want it cleaned. Come on now. I think we're done. Let's see. Cancel. Alright, let's see what these look like. Hang on a second. I'm going to move you over here. Let's see. Oh, they look nice. They smell delicious. Alright, yep, not much juice left. Oh, these smell so good. Alright, let's see if I can, without steaming you up, let's see if I can let you see. There's a little bit of liquid down in there. Not a ton. So I am actually going to, I'll put you back up here. I'm going to drain these beans. And then I'm going to mash them a little bit and put them in a bowl for tonight. Just warm these puppies right back up. I've got to wash my Instant Pot because I'm going to go ahead and put my meat in it. I just really took it out of the freezer, so I'm going to go ahead and put my meat in it. And I can put them in frozen, and it will get done. But when I put it in frozen, like a big chunk like that, then one thing I like to do is after it's done, which doesn't take long, after it's done, then I will chop it really good and You know, I'm gonna leave these so soft. I'm just gonna leave these. We're just gonna add these into our tacos. And I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning to them. I got the window open here so I won't blow back in my face. Such a beautiful day outside right now. I'm gonna let these sit in the fridge and just sit and soak in all the, oh yeah, these are super soft. All right. Put a lid for it. And those are good to go. See if we can get the dishwasher empty. Oh no, they're taking a shower. I got one taking a shower. Actually, I can add the rest of that. Load as we go. Let's wash this puppy really good. This is why I would like another Instant Pot. There's times I can have two things going, or sometimes like the other day I had a huge roast going, and I love being able just to leave it, just let it sit and leave it. But with our family, if I'm doing a regular roast, potatoes, carrots, onions, things like that, I have to put it in a roaster pan, or I can't fit it in like crock pots for our size family. So, alrighty, Roo. Let's see here. This all done, and we're gonna put. Now I love when my meat is thawed, and I can. It is in the laundry room, sweetie, up here. Grace is mopping the bathroom. She's on bathroom duty. She cleans it every day, but she like deep cleans it on the weekend. That's her zone this month. Okay. I do love though when this meat is thawed, then I just put it on saute. So it is just, I've separated a big chunk of meat, the ground beef, in one of the big logs. There we go. And but when it's thawed, I can just saute it and it cooks in a matter of minutes. I'm gonna put a little bit of happy salt down in here. I'm gonna put a little bit of taco seasoning. I find that if I add my taco seasoning like this, I don't have to put so much taco seasoning afterwards. Now I am gonna have to put a cup of water in it. Let's see. Just gonna put some water here. All right. I'm gonna lay this puppy down. He's on his side. All right. There we go. Yeah, mop cleaners, Mom. Yes, I'll get you the mop cleaners in a second, sis. I think I'm standing right in front of it. Let's see here. Here you go. Thank you. There you go. All right, so I'll bring you over here. I'm just gonna leave you on the stand and let you look. This is what it looks like inside. Not pretty, but if I do things like this during the day, and when I see as we're home right now, then it's got meat, 40 minutes. I'm going to let that stay where it's at. When that gets done, I will get a spoon, chop it up real good, and let it saute for a few minutes to crisp up.
He took his Xbox thing from me.
Go tell Lincoln to come here. I need to make sure his zone is done.
Can you tell him Reagan to play a different game, because the one that they're playing right now
Is it a hard game?
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell them to come here for just a minute, okay? Aslan rarely wants to play Xbox, but for some reason today, she thinks that that's the only thing she can do. I got her little fairy garden stuff out, so she can go out and play on the deck with it, but it's just a tiny bit chilly, and she, for some reason, is in a ballerina tutu today, so, yeah, that's Azzy, that's hers for her babies. Is the player and totally clean. My clean.
You're clean?
my clean. Go check it. Go check it. You've got about 10 minutes, okay? Send Reagan here too. So, anyway, we've got to shampoo carpets severe this next week, but it's supposed to rain, so I was planning on doing it this evening, and I thought, you know what, it's supposed to rain most of the days this next week. I'll just do it one evening this next week. I'll probably do the main floor Monday night and the kids' 2 rooms upstairs because they're big rooms and big closets. I'll do those on maybe Tuesday night. Or can you play a game that Aslan can play with you just for a few minutes while Lincoln's finishing up his zone? So anyway, yeah, but it needs it so bad, and I mean so bad, because we had one of my little dachshund died last Sunday, and it was rough. It was rough. He was the sweetest little thing, and we're wanting to get another one, but anyway, towards the end, he lost control of his bowels, and we had him in the living room because we could keep him kind of barricaded in there. We made pallets and stuff for him, and me and Grace, we had a pallet too, just laying on it because we stayed up all Saturday night. We went to bed about, I got Grace and our pup Finn finally went to sleep about 5:30 a.m. Sunday morning, and I got up and went down and told my husband, I said, I've got to get some sleep. I said, I can't stay awake anymore, and I was having a hard time sleeping on the floor. So you can go ahead and finish, Cole. So he got up. He was fixing to get up anyhow. His alarm just went up. He was going to get up and go over his Sunday morning sermon, and so he said, I'll go up and sit with him while I study and stuff. And so anyway, and he passed away that afternoon. So you can go ahead, Cole. It's okay. Anyway, but he lost control of his bowels, and anyhow, we spray and wipe up with the pet stuff as good as possible, but it needs a good shampooing. We've got a shampooer, so I think we're gonna do that Monday and Tuesday night just to get that kind of done with. And then this coming weekend, we're gonna start digging. I say we, my husband and the boys, is gonna start digging a dry well, because we have made one of the main rooms on the main floor a laundry room, family closet type of a thing, and we've got a washer and dryer up here already, but we're fixing to put my other set that's down in our old laundry room, which is my husband's office, because it's a long big room down there. Anyway, I wanted him on the main floor because I'm on the main floor all the time. We moved our bedroom to the basement because there's a half bath down there, so I've got my office, my husband's office is down there in another room, and then our bedroom, and then it goes out to the double garage. Anyway, in the workshop. But anyhow, so we're not down there much. We had the playroom down there, and it was just a hot mess all the time, hot mess. So we brought the playroom up and put it in our bedroom, and then his office is now up here. Up here it is now the laundry room, except for I'm still doing laundry downstairs, bringing it up, folding it, putting it all away. So we're trying to get, it's just been time of him trying to get things done. He's ripping part of my picnic table today. He's finishing up painting out in front today. And this next week we're going to pull our little minivan in. It needs a new alternator. I mean, like, there's always something going on, y'all. Just always something. He's got to put a new alternator in my minivan. We're trying to get my oldest daughter and my second oldest to get them driving so they can get their license, because I plan on, my oldest is graduating, so she'll be getting a job. And so she'll need to drive by herself. And then my second oldest is going to be driving to school, hopefully, in the fall. Hopefully they have school. So, anyhow, but he's got to fix the alternator. We went for a drive the other night in that van. He's like, this alternator's fixing to go. He said, let's just put a new alternator in so it's safe, and they can drive the minivan. We've got the Suburban, and right now we are saving to buy a big, either 12 or 15 passenger van that we desperately need. So, anyhow, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to let this meat cook for a bit. I'm going to go put my beans in the fridge, and I'm going to see if my husband's about done out on this deck, because I really want to put my tablecloths. We staple our tablecloths on it, so that way I don't like washing wood, or eating on wood. Anyway, I put tablecloths on them 2 times a summer, usually the beginning of summer and towards the middle after it's been so sun bleached. It's gross looking, just nasty. But anyway, I got 2 tablecloths, and that gives me plenty because we have a really long, I think it's a 10 or 12 foot table that he made. And then we've got a little kids table, and so I take the leftover, cut that off, and cover the little kids' table too. So that way, Aslan loves, and Judah does too, loves washing that off after they eat on it at dinner time or whenever. So anyhow, I'm wanting to get that done before I get to the laundry room, and I gotta get all that laundry folded and stuff put away, and that way I can get to my fry bread. This is Saturday. It's supposed to be a day of rest. Yeah, far from the day of rest. So anyhow, let's get going. Okay, y'all, so I have not gotten to my laundry room yet. My husband's getting ready to rip this table, so when he does, I'll have to go because it will be super, super loud. But I wanted to share something with you that I'd gotten in my Bible study yesterday, actually, and it's in Hebrews 12, verse 1. It says, "Wherefore, seeing we are also compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God." You know, I look at that end part in verse 1. It says, "And let us run with patience the race that is set before us." I mean, we're in a time right now with this COVID-19 going on that when it first came about, I'm just going to be just blunt and honest with you. It did scare me. And as a child of God, it really shouldn't have. But I think it scared me more for the fact, not that just being home and stay at home, or like the shelter in place that we have right now from our governor. Not that that scared me. I love being home with my family. That's why I love summertime. Now being home and homeschooling is not as easy with all 8, but I love being home with my family, so that didn't scare me. I think it was just the fact that I was seeing the news media and social media just putting things out like, hey, all the toilet paper's gone, and all the meat's gone, and all the beans are gone, and the pastas, and all that kind of stuff, and things that I use to feed my large family. And we don't have, we have like a little freezer at the top of our fridge and a little side freezer, which is like a half little side, like the double door fridge and freezer. We have a half of one of those sides. So I don't have very much freezer space. So it's not like I can go and get a lot of freezer meat and stock up. So I was more, I guess, worried with that. And, the song would come to my mind, "Why worry when you can pray? Trust Jesus, he'll be your stay. Don't be a doubting Thomas. Rest surely on his promise. Why worry when you can pray?" But it just really, it did it. It put me into a kind of just a panic mode. And so I didn't want it to be with something like that. But no, baby, tomorrow, okay? Just a minute. No, not today. We're going to get all of our zones and our yard work done. Go ask Daddy what he wanted from you.
So we're not doing church?
No, but I'm recording right now, so why don't you go on, okay? And help
Mommy,
Daddy.
Does it
He
look like
is.
I have a chair so you can
It does. Okay. Anyhow, so I was worried about these type of things, and so when the Bible says, "And let us run with patience the race that is so easily set," or that is set before us. And it is easy because with God all things are possible. I'm gonna tell you something. During this COVID-19, so far we've been at over a month now. During this, we have had more answers of prayer than we have in a while, as far as not that we don't have answers of prayer, but so many during this time that you just know. Okay, I'm squeaking on my swing. I'm annoying myself. Sorry. That that this is God that's answering these prayers. We had a ton of meat given to us yesterday, and meat that we love, that we don't buy much because it's expensive, and God blessed someone with it that gave it to us. And I'm talking just, God has worked in ways we have eaten. We have not missed a meal. Now there's sometimes it maybe not be exactly what everybody wants, but still we have eaten. God has taken care of us. Our bills are being paid. The toilet paper is not totally out yet. And now that, I go to town and get groceries and stuff, the last week or so, I'll go early in the morning after like the older people shop, and I'll get what I need real quick, and I'll get home, and I usually find just about anything that I've needed, or I forgot on my list. But since I've got all 8 kids home, they eat a lot more because, for one, they get bored. They're bored eating for the most part. So I go through my fruit in no time. And then usually the goldfish or cheese puffs or things like that, we go through quite a bit. But God has just answered prayers. And I want to encourage you that during these times, this is a time I think that God has given us. I do believe that this COVID-19 is from God. And I know you're probably thinking, well, would a loving God give this virus to someone to kill them? And I'm gonna tell you something. We have viruses all the time. We have cancer. We have all this kind of stuff, and that's all because of sin, originating with sin in the beginning of the Bible. And God gives us a choice, and He gave us a choice, and we haven't always made the best choices, let me tell you. But let me tell you something. During this time, I believe that God's wanting to bring His people. I think we got too complacent with where things were in our lives. Things are going okay, or things are, everybody's, my family's healthy, everything's going well, so why, upset the fruit basket, so to speak. But let me encourage you during this time. Get your Bible. Get in it, study it. Don't just read it to read it. Read it until it speaks to you. And if it doesn't speak to you, you need to stop and pray. And you need to say, God, just speak to my heart today. Give me something. Give me something that will help not only my soul and my spirit today, but give me something that I can help my kids with. It's not like we can go out and, tell our neighbors and tell everybody. Now, there is a lady at Walmart that I've been inviting to church for a couple years now. Actually, it's almost 3 years. And sorry, I got a bunch of birds in the feeder over here. They're just eating away at this bird food. This girl I've been inviting, and I saw her when I checked out the other day at Walmart, and she's talking to me, and she said, "How are you guys doing? I've been thinking about you guys." And we just had a talk while I was checking out and everything. And I told her, I said, "Listen, when all this is over, you got to come visit us, And she's, "I am." I followed your husband the other day on Facebook so our family could watch services on Facebook Live. And, just things like that. God's working in the midst of the storm. God is working. Well, you may not see it right now, but God is working. And let God work in your family. Let Him work in your marriage. My husband and I have been doing these in-room dates to where one night a week, and usually it's Friday nights, but one night a week, we tell the kids, hey, you guys can watch a movie, you can play games, you can do whatever. It's about an hour and a half before bedtime. And Mom and I are going, Dad and I are going downstairs. We're going to, have a little date. So leave us alone, not before you come in. And so, anyway, and then we started this date. It's yes, you can have a banana if you like, buddy.
Mommy, I'm upstairs.
Okay, you can get a banana or an orange. This is constant. Anyway, and we started this book that my sister had given us for Christmas, and we're absolutely loving it. And it really is just communication stuff. But it lets us pray for each other each week. It tells us what we need to pray for, what things we want to work on in our lives, and kind of help keep us accountable to each other to work on these things. And so, think outside the box. What can you do? We have done movies with the family in like in the living room where they can eat, which is another reason I'm probably going to have to shampoo my carpets. But, make it something special. Like, we don't eat in our living room. So, as far as our dinners and things like that. So do something special, watch a movie. We have not rented. We have Vudu where we buy movies on all the time. Say hi, Juju.
Hi.
So we have movies that we'll buy on there that the kids can watch at any time they want. And so we've bought a few on there, to help out. But just figuring out different things that the kids can do, different projects. We've gotten into drawing. I have a couple of my kids who are super good drawers, and they've started watching some things on YouTube to help them draw better, that they're going to try to make a children's church lesson for when we go back. And also they're working on a kids track, a teen kids track, to put together that looks kind of cool for things that they like these days. So think outside the box. Think of how you could have an impact not only on your marriage, on your spirit, because this can be like a very discouraging time. And if you are used to having depression or anxiety and things like that, which I do, I'm not one to say I don't have any issues. No, I do. But this is a time especially to get closer to God than you have ever been before. So take this time and work on yourself, work on your marriage, work on your relationships with whoever you need to, but come close to God out of all. Get close to God, and then look forward to seeing what He's going to do in your life. And some people say, well, I haven't seen Him do a whole lot. Do you have a healthy family? Do you have your bills paid? You've got a house to live in? You've got a car that runs? There's a lot of ways that God answers prayer in our families. And sometimes it's with material things, like with the meat yesterday. That was a huge blessing. And because that's our biggest part of our bill, our grocery bill, is meat. And so I'm always looking for sale meat and things like that, just because it is our most expensive thing to have. And so, but I know I've got to feed them, and I feed my family, and I know I've got to fill their bellies and make it all, yummy and good, and try to keep them healthy. And that's a lot of people, 10 people. So let me just encourage you that God is in control. Tomorrow is Easter. I serve a risen Savior, and He is in the world today. I know that He's living, no matter what man can say. You know what? I love Easter for several reasons. Number one is I serve a God who is alive and well, who speaks to my heart, who talks with me, who has a relationship with me in everyday circumstances. I can get up in the morning, good morning, Lord, how are you doing? Hi, Father, how are you doing? It's good. It's good to be up. Thank you for getting me up this morning. Thank you for working in my heart yesterday, or thank you for this or that. And Lord, I love you today, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do in my life today. Work through me, use me as a vessel, mold me and shape me into what you want me to do. And little things and big things, and just tiny little ways I speak to my children. Work in me, because if He doesn't work through me and work in me, then I cannot work in my children's life and be effective to where He can work in their lives. And let me tell you something. I heard this from my old camp director years ago, and it has always stuck with me. It was told to me in a very quick manner to a group of us counselors when we were at camp. And he said, a child that doesn't listen to their parents will never listen to God. So that stuck with me. That scares me, because a child that will not listen to his parents will not listen to God. And so this is something that you're constantly working on. So let me just encourage you to take this time and get close to the Lord, and get close to your family, and teach and train your kids during times like this. Use this as a tool to let them see how God can answer prayer in your family. They knew yesterday when we had got blessed with meat, they knew how much this meat cost, because we do this once. We'll buy that meat once in a blue moon. And usually it's because I found it on clearance. And so they knew this was a huge blessing, that we filled part of a freezer with this meat because of that. And that God used other people to bless us with this, and to just show us that, hey, Graham family, I'm up here. I'm looking out after you. You're staying faithful. You're doing what I've told you to do. So I want to let you know I'm out here. I am taking care of you. And there's nothing more reassuring, nothing more peaceful at night when you lay your head on your pillow than to know that God is there with you, and that He is taking care of you. So let me just encourage you, just stay faithful. And I'm going to let you go now, because my husband's fixing to use this saw on this table, and you will not hear a word I say when he turns that saw on. So I will talk to y'all later. Love ya. Okay, y'all. I still haven't gotten to that laundry room. That laundry room is probably going to be waiting now till Monday. Yeah. But I took a nap. This is the day that the Lord hath made, and I rejoiced and took a nap. So got up, and my meat is ready. My husband and them are getting hungry, so I gotta get this fry bread going. But I'll let you know, I just took it out, or turned it off, and I'm just dicing it up. I'm gonna put it on saute, and I will probably have to turn this off. That's gonna drive you nuts, just that pounding right there. But anyway, it's super soft now. It was just in the same big chunk I left it in. I drained a little bit of the juice, and yeah, I'm just going to saute it up, kind of brown it. Not brown it, it's already cooked all the way through. Crisp it up just a little bit. And I thought I'd take y'all along with me while I make this fry bread. And let's hope it turns out. And we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm going to hook you guys up to here. I think we're going to be able to do this. I'd move my island over at the against the window usually. So get your small bowl out here. No, I gotta have something big to do all this in. And I've got my weekly planner that I use that I put my, well, let's see here. Let's get to a day here. I use this every week. Can't see that one. I wrote with a pencil, it's so light. All right, didn't see that. Anyway, but it's got like Monday through Sunday of your dinner, what you're gonna be having for dinner, your meal plan, so breakfast ideas, lunch ideas, and your grocery list, okay? And sometimes I will write grocery lists up here if it's just too much, but normally I can get it all down here. Anyway, I wrote my fry bread recipe in the front of my book. So, because I have this either in my purse or on the counter in here, and it's not real hard to do. Hey, Ob, would you come stir this meat for me, sweetie? It's not real hard to do. It's just, I haven't made it without the recipe enough to just know. You can go over that way if you want, baby. Go back that way. And just, yeah, over that way. Go behind the, there you go, back. I'm gonna let you, can you, just, yeah, just kind of crumble it as small as it'll go. And once it's like crisped up a little bit, then we can just turn it off and let it sit in there, okay? All right, so I need, for my family, and I can't remember how many this makes. I'm thinking it's 15. We'll see tonight. We'll see. So let's see. 1, 2, and this is just all-purpose flour, y'all. 3, 4. All right, so 4 cups of flour. And I'm going to leave that out, actually, because I'm going to have to roll it in a few minutes, too. Let's see. I need 6 tablespoons of baking powder. I don't know if I got 6 tablespoons in here or not, but we'll see. I figured I'd try y'all on this island because at least you wouldn't be looking at my backside like this morning when we were cooking. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is what I needed. Okay, and then 2 tablespoons of salt. How's that looking, Aubrey? She's got headphones on listening to her phone. Aubrey, how's it looking?
It's looking good.
Looking good? Okay. And then I need 2 tablespoons of lard. Let me take a look-see here. That's looking good. If you want, let's go ahead and just cancel that, sis. We're going to put that lid back on. It's sauteed. We're just going to keep that puppy warm. Okay. If you want to get the tomatoes and do 2 tomatoes and one of the things of lettuce and take it to the table if you want. I know she's been sitting and listening to stuff and she's been working on a project for a friend's birthday coming up. Let's see, sis. I may only have 1 of these left. Actually, that's okay. Do one of those. Do that. Do 1 of these. And then, let's see. Where did I put my green onions? 1 second here. We're going ahead and do about half of these, sis. Okay?
Do we have a knife?
Yes. Get you some bowls up there, and I'll get you a good knife. All right. Yeah, you want to get get those. Yeah, use those. That'd be good. Okay, if you need a bigger one for lettuce, you can come back in and get that. Okay, 2 tablespoons of lard. Or this, we keep this around all the time. Anyhow, this is good for southern cooking, and this is a southern tablespoon. Okay. Now I've got to use my fork. Unless you've got one of those presses. I do not have one of those presses, which making more bread stuff lately, I'm thinking about getting one. But just kind of just mixing all this together, kind of breaking down your shortening, because we're going to add some room temperature milk here. Now, I've seen people add water instead of milk. I have not tried it. I like the way these taste, so I'm kind of nervous to try something different. and run a good thing. So, but we're going to get dinner rolling here because we still have to practice our songs for tomorrow for Easter Sunday, and we're doing a lot. We're doing on Facebook Live like normal, but for Easter Sunday, we're gonna be doing an outside service. Everybody's in the parking lot in their cars. Have to stay in their cars, but our family will sing. So we will be dressed accordingly instead of like at home here when we're dressed and you see us sitting at the kitchen table or dining room table, and we are dressed from the waist up. We have our PJs on from the waist down. We can't do that tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to get some ironing done today and get that all put together. Let's see. I got 2 cups of room temperature milk. And pour all that in. And then we're gonna start making a dough here. And I'm gonna take my ring off because this is gonna get messy here in a minute. See what it looks like. It's just wet. And it's just gonna become a dough, but we're gonna roll it. Once we get it all mixed up here, we're gonna do some work. Okay, let's see. That's why I like the big bowl, because I am making a big batch for a big family. How many times can I use the word big in a paragraph here? Okay. And I've not rolled it. Well, I think what I'm gonna do this time, last time, I was rolling and frying, and these puppies, they fry up super quick as far as you put them in, once they turn, you're flipping them quick. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and roll a bunch out on this counter, and I'm gonna move my book because this is my food Bible right there of what I gotta get for the week, things like that, what we're doing in the week. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and roll stuff out here on this aisle. I'm gonna wipe it off real good. I've been having some of my big appliances, my Instant Pot, my air fryer sitting on it. Kind of gives me some more room on my countertops. I don't have a whole lot of countertops in this kitchen. So we're gonna work with this here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. I know I'm gonna make a mess, but we have not. One thing that Grace still has to do, God love her, she still has to sweep and mop in here, but she does that before when everybody is going to bed, because there's no sense in doing it when everybody's up, or else you're gonna just be doing it over and over again. So let's see. Let me get a little flour on my hand here. All right, we are going to roll that on here. Okay. My husband's out there. He's been doing some painting out front, and he's trying to clean up stuff now. He knows this is coming. He came in the other day and he was like, "Ooh, I want to try that with you." Now, I do not like kneading bread. I have arthritis in my hands, and I do not like it. But, and I suppose I could probably put it, I don't know. I've never tried it. A lot of times if I do like pizza dough and things like that, I'll put it in my bread maker and let it do the work while I'm getting some other stuff done. But sometimes you got to put the work in it in order to have something good. You know what I mean? I feel like that. We have been inside so much. My kids have gotten me on TikTok. Some of them, I mean, not all my kids, just my older kids. And I get these stupid songs in my head, like Carol Basket, killed her husband, whacked him. We were talking about that the other day when we were sitting here kneading dough. My girls were like, "Goodness, Mom." Okay. You just want it to be soft, or look soft, look with nothing, no bubbles or nothing around it. I don't know about y'all, but like TikTok has become the entertainment for the family at times. People are either hilarious or stupid. I mean, God love them, you know. Bless their be picking hard. But, all right, this is looking good. Let's see here. All right. So then what you do, now my hands are small. My 6-year-old's hands are about the same size as mine. I have small hands, okay? doesn't matter. Because when I saw this lady do it, I thought, oh, I'm just tearing off like this. And I made some small the other day for my little ones. They had a hard time, and I knew they would. I made a few small, and they were having a hard time picking them up, you know. So I wanted to make a few small ones, but then I made some big ones, and I made my older kids. Everybody loved them, but they didn't need a ton of them because it was so filling, which is another thing too that I love these with too, is like a dessert. And you can put some powdered sugar and honey, drizzle some honey on it. Oh my goodness, almost like a sopapilla. If you're used to Don Pablo's, or I'm trying to think, I don't know if On the Border does that or not. So the sopapillas. But anyway, I don't know how many this gave me last time. We'll see this time. And then I'm going to roll a whole, quite a few of them out here. If I can get them all out, I will. I doubt that. I highly doubt I'll get them all out because there's too many. Let's get most of them out, and then we'll get them rolled out, and then you just fry them. And then I just put them on a plate with paper towels like you would any other fried food. You know, anything that's healthy like that. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna get my good old faithful over here. And we're gonna roll these puppies out. And they don't have to be a certain size. They don't have to be a certain shape. Kind of going, I guess, for round. They kind of, my husband said they kind of remind him of like the chalupas at Taco Bell. Now this one may be a little bit big. I'm gonna get a knife out of the drawer. I'll tell you one thing you can do right before you cook them, put a couple of slits in it. Gives it some air, helps it not bubble so bad, okay? All right, so there's one. All right, let's get this rolling. But I think I'll wait and slit them right before I put them in. It won't hurt. Whew. Tell you, fresh dough. I love the smell of fresh dough, obviously. No, anyway, I'm a big girl and I know it. And I can't use the excuse that I've had, 10 pregnancies. I've had 2 babies that have gone to heaven. I can't use that excuse because my little one's like, my youngest is 4. But you know what? I enjoy cooking for my family. I enjoy taking care of my family. And this one's a walkadoo. Good night, Christina. That one's kind of wacky. I do enjoy taking care of my family. I'm gonna need a little bit more flour here, y'all. You know, flour is mom's Play-Doh, right? Or the dough. I like flour. Not by itself, but in cakes, cookies, dough. All right, that's a good one right there. All right, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, I don't think I made that many the other night. I think I made some that were really, really big. I was thinking we only had like 15 or 16. 2, it's according to how thick you roll them out. Now, I've seen them too where one lady that I watched make these, she just did them by hand, and she just pressed them out by hand. And I'm sure that is the original. But since I am making so many, and we would like to eat before midnight, I'm rolling out. And it kind of gives me a break, a little bit of a break. Okay, I'm not gonna make this one so big. All right, let's see if we can keep rolling here. I'd like to fill this counter as much as possible. Let's stack these babies. All right, come on. Get you over there. Okay. There we go. My kids have been itching to wear their Easter outfits, and I told them, I said, well, first Sunday back, we will. But they're excited. They're going to go ahead and wear them tomorrow. And most of them don't need ironed. I know the boys have a few that do. Many shirt, pants touched up. A little bit more. I know I've got flour all over the place here. All right, let's see if we can do this. And then I think I'm going to move you over here so y'all can watch them puff up, because you kind of need to see the way that they puff up, or when they're ready to turn over, I should say. It's very easy. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm not a great cook, but I like watching people. I was saying this morning, I forgot to finish it, about, you know, what kind of things are you cooking during quarantine? Because I got a good recipe. I think it was the Bayer family. And I got a recipe from them that uses that Polish kielbasa that I served for breakfast this morning. I still have a link left, so I'm going to chop that up into small bits. I may do that Monday, seeing that I'm planning on Monday night, seeing that I'm going to plan on doing my shampoo and my carpets. That would be something super quick and easy. But you just take scalloped potatoes and put it in with the scalloped potatoes and then cook it all together. And oh my goodness, that sounded really yummy. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I could make some corn or something, or maybe a side salad. Low on flour here. Come on. Get a move on. Sticking to everything. Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to start with what we've got here. Let me wash my hands real quick. Get a little bit of this dough off. Hadley. Let's see if I can find my Hadley. Now, I don't want to put this up too high because you don't want it smoking. No smoking. Christian. Hello. No, you don't want your grease smoking. It's too hot then, and it's going to cook it to where your insides aren't going to cook. Okay, and I got this at Costco in a 2-pack. It's just canola oil. So that's what I'm using to fry with tonight. And then, let's see. I'm going to move y'all up and see if I can, I've got you on a stand just because it's a little bit easier. And I think what I'm going to do, see if this stand will, I don't want to be frying my camera, my phone, or anything like that. But this is just my good old faithful pan here. Let's get a fork out because I'm going to turn them with a fork. Let's get a plate. We're actually going to need a couple plates. I probably could use a platter, but anywho. And let's get some paper towels rolling. Because once these puppies are done, they're going to go quick. And then I'm going to have to roll out the others. So I may end up getting one of my girls to help me here. Hang on a second. I'm going to yell for one of my girls. And you don't want me yelling that loud on this video. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Let's get one of these. See if this is ready to fry. Okay. Do a couple slits in this one. Okay, let's get this rolling. I'm going to slit the other ones here over on the buffet. I just put 3 slits in them. I don't think it matters. You can do whatever you want. Okay, and see it's going to puff up a little bit. But we're waiting for the outside edges to turn brown. Okay. Okay. This oil probably could have been a tiny, tiny bit hotter, but sometimes, you know, you learn, like with pancakes the first time. Tracy, would you get the table, or, you know, you don't have to get the table necessarily set at the present moment. Just we need cheese, sour cream, salsa on the table. I'm doing the fry bread. The meat is ready. The beans have just heated in the mic. Aubrey's chopping up some lettuce, tomatoes, and onions. So if you don't get the rest of that stuff put on, and then we're probably gonna have to use different plates just because I forgot to start that dishwasher after she got out of the shower this morning. So anyway, but as soon as I get done with these, we're gonna eat. So if you guys wouldn't mind, get salsa, Ortega, sour cream, and a bowl of cheese. Use that green bowl right there, okay? For cheese.
Are we eating outside?
No, we'll eat inside. So you can just go ahead and set them on the table in here, okay? All right, so this is turning brown here, y'all. It's just usually it's a little bit quicker So I could have waited a little bit longer on my grease. But the other day I got my grease a little bit hot and it wasn't good. So you can get the stuff out of the fridge if you want. You can go to the bathroom and do that, babe.
I need that.
Hmm?
I need this.
Just take that one there, that apple one. Yeah, you can take it to the bathroom. Okay. It's coming. Slowly but surely, and we're going to turn our fan on in a minute. You know how when you make pancakes, the first one's always a dud? Sometimes these are like that too. I think I may get my tongs out over here. Maybe a little bit easier and quicker. But you'll see once they get rolling here. They are fairly quick. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move that one. Oh, it's down in the other fridge, sweetie. It's a brand new big bag. You have one, go to the playroom and have one of the boys go get it for you if you want. Alright, so you know this is the way it usually does. It goes pretty quick. Told my husband I'm going to need him here in a minute. Maybe turn these things once I get all the ones that I've got rolled out all done. But anyway, these are super good for like a dessert too. And they keep well in a baggie. We had 2 or 3 left over the other night. And they were just as good and fluffy. You know, I mean, fresh tasting the next day. So I just put them in a bag. Now, and another lady that I know, she puts them in just like a big Tupperware container. And so, just to keep them, she says she makes a bunch on the weekend, and then they'll have them throughout the week. So, and we do buy a lot of flour tortillas or corn tortillas in this household because we do a lot of Mexican food. And too, it's just easy. Easy and quick. A lot of times if I've done a big pot of beans in my Instant Pot, it is super easy to be just grab it and heat up the beans with a little bit of cheese on a tortilla, and the kids are happy. They'll warm that up in the microwave. So, woo! What, baby?
Okay.
Would you mind getting me a drink? Do we have any ice? We have a little bit of ice. You may want to ask your daddy to go get us some ice. He's on the back deck, I believe. Okay. So,
Where's the ice?
I'm not going to stand here and show you all 20 of them. 20 some of them. Just see if Dad will go get us the bag of ice. I just wanted to show y'all how to make these. These are super good. And they kind of get a little bit darker as we go on. Oh! Dark spots. Now we're splattering. Oh! See how fragile that is there? Okay. These are so stinking good. And they're very filling. They're a lot more filling than just a tortilla shell because it's a lot more bread. Really. I kind of wanted to get one a little bit darker like I usually like them. Maybe I'll do the next one and then we'll I'll let you go because there's no sense in sitting here watching me do this for ever and a decade. Alright, let's try the next one. Alrighty. And these do pretty quick, which is nice in ways. The only thing that's not nice is you've got to be able to just stand with them and keep them going. Watch for that brown to come up around the side. Mine's at the bottom right now, but it's coming. I like them to have a little bit of bubble in them, but some people don't. You do what works for you. All right, there we go. Let's fry that puppy up. Okay, and then I'll let you know how these were. Maybe I'll video what it looks like when we get done. That's about it, y'all. These are super good. Super filling for a bunch of tummies. And you can do them like taco style, or you can do them dessert style. So, all right, I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, y'all, I forgot to tell you what they look like after we get them done. I'll show you one of my husband's here because I made him too. So she says the beans and the meat stacked with all the veggies. You guys like them? Mm-hmm. Yeah?
We do.
They are stuffing their mouths. What you doing, sis?
Playing.
You got all your fairy gardens out?
Yep.
Yeah? What number outfit is this today for you? How many outfits have you been in?
A lot.
At least you're honest.
I want to go.
You playing with your fairies? Super cute. Creasy covered your tablecloth, didn't she?
Yeah.
You like it? Or put a tablecloth on your table?
Yeah.
Yeah? Awesome.